There's so few women and minorities asking for money from VCs. I'm not sure there's even enough data to really know if there's some sort of built-in bias.
Michael Arrington is the founder of the influential Silicon Valley website TechCrunch. Today, a venture capitalist, Arrington is outspoken in his belief that success in the Valley is more merit-based than any other place in the world.
Why do you think there are so few African-American tech entrepreneurs here?
I don't know, and it's something that should be fixed. But I think a lot of it goes back to school. A lot of the successful people here are engineers, because if they aren't engineers, they have to find an engineer to help them build software or hardware or both.
So the pipeline issue.
Yeah, I think that's a big problem.
Who would you say is the #1 Black technology entrepreneur?
You know, that's a weird question. Who would you say is the #1 Black?
I don't cover technology.
Yeah. No, I'm trying to think of any Black CEOs in Silicon Valley, and I'm not even coming up with any.
Okay, so the entrepreneurs, the people who are making companies.
I don't know a single Black entrepreneur.
And you cover the industry.
I mean, there probably
What does
are
that
some.
say?
There just aren't any. It's not a perfect meritocracy, but generally speaking, it doesn't matter what your education is. It doesn't matter who your parents are here. You can become very successful based purely on your brain size and how you use it.
I have not been in the room recently when somebody said, oh, that's an African-American-led company, I'm not going to invest there. But I guarantee you from personal experience, that's what people are thinking. So I would go toe-to-toe with Michael Arrington and wind up saying, the part that is meritocratic is great, and there's a big part of it that isn't.
Arrington says the rarity of Black entrepreneurs might give them an edge.
This is a white and Asian world here. It just is. It's not a good thing. We have a conference 3 times a year now where companies actually launch on stage. We're looking for women and minorities all the time. There's a guy, actually, he was my first client when I was a lawyer. His last company just launched at our event, and he's African-American. It's a cool startup. His startup's really cool, but he could have launched a clown show on stage, and I would have put him up there. Absolutely. I think it's the first time we've had an African-American be the sole founder.
Me and Becky sometimes watch that show, Down Home Cooking with the Neelys.
The burgers are almost done.
Among the 25 speakers and mentors who meet with the NUMMI entrepreneurs, it's Vivek Wadhwa's visit that leaves them speechless.
You know, I think what you're doing here is fantastic.
He's a professor at Duke. Wadhwa came to the United States from India in 1980 and founded 2 internet companies that raised $50 million.
Can I be critical about the community?
Yeah.
You folks don't help each other.
Okay.
In some parts of America, you have this entitlement attitude that we've been discriminated against. Ancestors came as slaves, and that's what's held the community back. You know, my community did the exact opposite. No, we didn't. We basically said, all right, there's a problem here. We'll fix it ourselves.
Professor Wadhwa says investors in the Valley practice what's known as pattern matching. They see entrepreneurs who are successful, mainly young white males, and invest in those who fit that pattern.
When I did raise venture capital, my buddies here advised me they said, get a white guy to be your front man. And I did that. I hired very impressive, 6-foot-tall, polished white guy. And let him do all the talking.
That never would have occurred to me.
That's the way it is here, I'm telling you. I've done it, okay? I mean, this is like I said, this is how I surmounted the problems. That's the way the system works here. You might as well understand it and then use it to your advantage.
I'm still kind of like speechless.
You know, there's something raw and very direct about it that's, that's a little, it's jarring.
It's very sad. In 2011, it's very sad. We got a Black president, and he's not putting no money in my pocket right now directly. So what do we got to do? Play the game until we're successful.
There's so many kids in Berkeley or Stanford you can hire.
Professor Wadhwa leaves, and Hank gathers the housemates to talk.
We are alone. We're just us. This is it. There's not that many of us. And so it's kind of weird. We've been here a week and no one's done a demo or showed a screenshot or anything between us. I mean, it's crazy. And I guess we're all just trying to, everyone's so focused on themselves and the silo. And I don't mean to offend anybody. I'm not saying that people are selfish, but I'm saying that who else is going to help you? Yeah. Who else? We got to figure out how to band together and make something bigger and better and more powerful Because there's almost none of us. Maybe this is a catalyst. I don't know.
I feel like we have a bigger success working together than we do alone.
We need to have something that comes out of this after 9 weeks.
Let's get it cracking.
I'm changing my clothes. Putting on my sweats.
They realize to have any chance of success on demo day, they'll have to work together.
We're not crazy about it, but it's something.
Like the simplest feature that will differentiate you. And develop that and try to make that your demo day prototype.